Holidays are around the corner. I know it's only October, but boy, oh boy, days are zooming fast. And that gets me thinking about one word that seems to vanish faster than shortbread cookies at a family gathering. And that word is willpower. Why is it that, when the holiday goodies start rolling in, my love handles suddenly become ski slopes? Now, that's not entirely bad, mind you. I figure if a robber ever tried to grab me, he'd just, slide right off, land flat on his behind. And while he's, rubbing his bruises, my behind would be hightailing it out of there as fast as I could. And let me tell you, when you're carrying a few extra shortbreads back there, that's exactly, well, it's not exactly Olympic speed. Hi, I'm Liz, and welcome to Stories from Behind My Bifocals. Today, we're diving into one of life's greatest challenges, keeping willpower alive when there's trays of fudge and butter tarts staring you down. And because I believe in laughing through the struggle, I've got 10 willpower trips for you, with a little humor sprinkled in to help you face the holiday season without too much guilt. Now, don't get me wrong, folks. I'm not a beast, well, yet, but I'm definitely on the, oh, geez, got to do something category. You know what I mean. Why, oh, why do all those goodies hang around my hips and belly anyway? It's not as if, I'm a squirrel storing it for later. Nope, just hangs around down every which way, reminding me of every crevice of my body. It reminds me what I did last Christmas, Easter, and the week, well, any day. And the only way to get rid of it, starve myself. But starving takes willpower. And willpower, well, that's a tricky little rascal. Some people think willpower struggle. Me, I think it setting goals, putting blinders on and charging straight ahead like a bull at a gate. I'm focused. I am determined. I am will powerful, or at least that's what I tell myself when nobody's watching. So, with that in mind, let's jump into my top 10 tips that I love for managing weight. One, I will use my power to attack the contents of the fridge, but only between meals and commercials, because there's no way I'm missing the end of Young and Restless. Two, I will use my power to eat only 4/4 of the cake at once instead of devouring it in, sneaky little slices. You know the game. Oh, if I just cut off, this tiny sliver, it doesn't count. By the end, the cake looks like it's been attacked by termites and really it's all gone. Three, I will use my power to change my eating habits. Instead of inhaling one 24-hour meal in under 5 minutes, I will chew slowly until I'm full or until the next day arrives, whichever comes first. And if my jaw does fall off in the process. Four, I will use my power to eat the whole bag of nachos hidden under the bed, but only if I promise to confess to one person afterward. Accountability, folks. It works every time. Five, I will use my power to wear my bikini, even if I can't actually see the straps because they're lost in the folds. Well, just because you can't see them doesn't mean, that they're not there, right? Six, I will use my power to jump on the scales every day. Well, even if I have to adjust them when they don't give me a proper accounting. Hey, if the scale is wrong, the scale is wrong. Gosh, these days, digital gadgets, can get it wrong. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Seven, I will use my power to enjoy every spoon of ice cream sliding down my throat, knowing it's cooling my poor tonsils. Never mind the fact I had my tonsils out when I was 10. I know they're still in there somewhere. Eight, I will use my power to exercise every day by going as fast as I can down the road with Cranky Cat on her leash. Believe me, it's a workout when the cat's the one doing the pulling. 9, I will use my power to give my old size 24 clothes away. By the time I see that size again, the styles will have changed. They'll probably be selling them, in vintage shops by then. 10, I will use my power to live life to the fullest, even if it means, joining those weight loss shows. I mean, who wouldn't want to be on TV, waddling across the stage to dramatic music and, doing those death-defying exercises they do? I could change my mind about this one. And because you've stuck with me this long, here's a bonus round. 10 warning signs you might be in trouble with your willpower. 1, the gleam in your eye isn't the sun on your bifocals, it's food radiation. 2, you sit in your rocker and the rocker's flattened. 3, your belt doesn't buckle, but your knees sure do. 4, everything hurts, and what doesn't, you can't find. 5, you finally climb to the top of the ladder, but can't get down because you've broken all the bottom rungs. 6, you know you're in for a dull evening just because you forgot to buy munchies. 7, your favorite part of the newspaper is the weight loss ads. 8, the large Miss Clara lady you spotted in the mirror was you. 9, the only exercise you have energy for is blinking, waving, or flicking off your shoes. 10, you feel like the morning after, and you haven't even crawled out of bed from the night before. So, folks, do you have any of your own special willpowers to share with us? After all, this is a teaching moment. Drop your comments below because, heaven knows we could all use a little extra inspiration. Now, you might be wondering, did these tips work for me? Absolutely. That's why instead of love handles, I now have ski slopes. And I know you were wondering about that, weren't you? Now, don't deny it. And now you know the rest of the story. And with the new year, not far off, this is the perfect time to practice your own willpower. Before the resolutions start mocking you from the calendar. Meanwhile, remember to subscribe, like, and share because these are vital tips, folks. Vital. But for now, take care. Keep smiling. Until next time. Bye for now.